If you had 4 AP classes, 15 hours of tennis each week, and 5 clubs, how would you do it all? In high school, I felt like I could crush anything, but in this world of Instagram and TikTok, I'm finding it harder and harder to stay productive.
So this week, I'm challenging you and me to use these 3 habits that made me unstoppable.
But first, we have a cool announcement.
I just got this Magic Mind drink, and it's supposed to fight procrastination. I'm going to also be doing the 14 Days of Magic, where I'll be drinking this productivity shot with you guys. For every view on content using this hashtag, we'll be generating money toward the reforestation of the Amazon rainforest. If you guys have been following me, then you know that I really care about the environment, and so when I heard that we have a chance to help it, I got really excited about this. If you want to help save the rainforest, you can simply post content using this hashtag and use my discount code for 20% off. There's also a contest that you can enter with these rules. Now to the 3 habits. Let's go!
Believe that you are in control of your time. Planning is super important, just like I'm doing here, but you could even start with just having one thing lined up for you to do when free time pops up.
So usually I get the Sunday scaries because I just have so many things I want to do before work starts on Monday. That's why I plan everything out on my calendar. But you could say that my calendar is a little too packed.
It's so tempting to mess around or go on your phone when you have free time in class, but use that time to get started on your homework. 80% of the time, I wouldn't even have math homework because I would finish it before school ended. This habit is the first key of my secret to success that I'll reveal at the end of the video.
Oh, look, shake. The instructions.
Instructions?
Yeah, how to
Open
drink.
cap. Drink.
I am the one. Not bad.
It smells sweet from the honey too.
Cheers. Oh.
Strong matcha and earthy flavor.
You might have already heard of time blocking, where you essentially block out time in your calendar to do certain things. But I do a very loose version of it where I put in the things I want to do in the approximate times, and I allow myself that flexibility. Nowadays, my quote-unquote homework is getting frozen food at Costco. But yeah, for example, I ended up going to Costco earlier than I put on my calendar, so I took the extra time midday to edit more. It's less stressful to accomplish things if you're flexible in 2 ways. 1, shifting things around when new things come up, and 2, having productive things like homework lined up and being ready to do them when time frees up. The reason I was able to do more than 10 extracurriculars, which I don't recommend by the way, and maintain straight A's was not because I was forcing myself to try, but because I genuinely believed I could do it. I believed because I knew that there were things that weren't as useful to me that I could cut out of my time. While I still had a lot of fun and relaxed, which I'll get into later, I was basically able to pack my stuff all just a little more densely. Your time is so valuable, so remember to be using that time on yourself, to be giving back to yourself with that time. A helpful mindset is to think, my time is so valuable that I'm not going to waste it looking at someone else's life. I think people sometimes underestimate the time they can squeeze out by just looking at the unimportant things that add up throughout a day. So my advice to you is to look at one unimportant thing you do and estimate how much time you spend doing it each week. Then imagine if you allocated that time to something that is of more value to you. Mindset helps you go on autopilot to accomplish what you want.
Definitely has that taste that it's super healthy. Wow! I feel so much more energized. Let's go to the gym and lift 50 weights. Breathing hard, wet face. That's the sign of a good workout. I actually don't know if you're supposed to drink it as a shot. It's 8 a.m. so before work starts, I'm gonna do some editing. I look so silly. I've actually edited so much this week, I don't know how.
Be interdependent. It's very kind of you to comment about how impressive I may seem from my Stanford video, but I owe my achievements to the people I learned from. In this world, you can't do it alone, and also, it's not as fun to do it alone. Preparing for math competitions was way less boring and more effective because I had a private tutor and did it with my friend. I would start conversations with whoever sat next to me in class and learn useful things like what teachers to avoid, what classes to take. I made commitments with other people in terms of work and play. If I had to compare answers at a certain time, I would have to get that work done early. If we said we were going to a football game, then we would go and have the time of our lives to have that balance away from school. If I said I'm going to the gym with you, then I can't back out. I would also enjoy the little things like eating dinner with my parents and sister because that was time time with people I care about, not things I had to do. My advice to you is twofold. 1, take one class and schedule times to study with a friend. And 2, be fully there during social events.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
So much left at the bottom. Everybody.
Prioritize the important, non-urgent things. Your health is something you can't see, but if you want your engine to run smoothly and keep pumping out those A's, you need to make sure it's well oiled. That's a nice analogy. I made sure to do something active every 1 to 2 days, even if it was just going out on a short walk. I was a varsity athlete, so that helped, but even in the off season, I'd make sure to stay active because exercise helps with cognition.
I think I've been yawning less these past few days, so maybe Magic Mind's working.
About half my diet was fruits and vegetables, and I would even annoy my mom sometimes when she didn't make veggies for dinner. Sorry, Mom. I still had treats, but I tried to make them healthy as well, just like these protein pancakes. As far as drinks, I'm pretty lucky that I don't even like soda, but I think that's something you can develop.
Oh no.
Either way, I always ordered water, and then I drink a lot of green tea and hot ginger water. Maybe that's also considered tea. I don't know, we just call it that.
Finish.
This is after rinsing it.
And no, doing so many tough classes and having extracurriculars does not mean lack of sleep. I actually got at least 8 hours of sleep every night, so it's not impossible.
Either I'm sleeping better or the energy shot's actually working.
Taking care of your health is part of using your time in a valuable way. There's no such thing as not enough time. If it's important enough to you, you'll find time.
This mask does not fit my face very well.
What's one part of your health that you want to improve? For me, that's skincare. Let me know in the comments and start working toward it and see that positive impact into the rest of your life.
You're trying to make me choke. How do you feel your energy's been these past few days?
Good.
How do I get so much done? You might have asked this and thought that it was just because I'm productive all the time, but I'll let you in on a little secret. I have actually not gotten burned out, and that's because the secret is to be efficient, not productive. And these 3 habits all center around and mash into this one concept of efficiency, which could literally be the difference between you and your peers just by using your time differently. Throughout these past 7 days, I do feel like I've been more efficient. And I think it might be because of the matcha in the drink, because that's a key ingredient in Magic Mind that helps you feel more focused and less sleepy. I'm a big fan of superfoods, however super they may be, and I don't really drink coffee, so it's perfect. I don't think we should put pressure on ourselves to be the best student, the top scores or anything, but just to be the best student that you are to reach your highest potential. And I think that a big enemy of that is procrastination, especially with our phones and social media nowadays. And so as long as you learn from these mindsets and have the right tools, potentially a drink like this, then you're well on your way to becoming, the best you, which is what's most important. And remember, you can be a great citizen as well if you join the challenge to help us raise money to help reforest the Amazon rainforest. That'd be super cool. So remember to check out the link in my description and use my code to save some money. See you next time. Peace.